Hello, I'm Mac Creech from MC Quantock Livestock. On behalf of my wife Pat and our whole crew here at the ranch, I'd like to welcome you to our 2021 bull preview video. You want to come with us this morning? We'll take a good look through all the bulls we have on offer. Our Red Angus are developed from mainstream maternal lineage. We've stared birth weight in the eye and backed it down. Our discipline program has for over 40 years never compromised birth weight, thriftiness, or vigor. We've bred moderate frames, good cow traits, easy keeping, and light to moderate birth weights into each and every bull we sell. The perfect blend. Our Super Baldy bulls have really got it all together. We've harnessed the best of both breeds. Incredibly beefy, thick bulls, they pack awesome pay weight on disciplined, moderate frames. They have all the convenience of Red Angus, moderate, consistent birth weights, easy fleshing, and bold hybrid performance. The Simmental blood gives them that essential touch of continental muscle. Our Super Guppy bulls are a great crossbreeding option, a blended composite of Gelbvieh and Red Angus. Gelbvieh have the carcass, the early sexual maturity, and the growth. The Red Angus blood provides hair, thriftiness, and fleshing ability while moderating birth weight. Use our Red Angus Gelbvieh bulls as the third option in any crossing program and maximize your hybrid vigor. Our customers love a little Gelbvieh on the cow side. All the good old Angus traits, volume, beefiness, quick fleshing, dependable and durable. Our black bulls are easy fleshing black genetics, but they still have frame and length. Just like our Red Angus, our blacks are light at birth, then they really grow when it counts. Angus convenience, the black color, and no darn trouble. Our black Baldy bulls are big, soggy May 2-year-olds. The same great crossbreeding machines as our red Baldies, but black. Perfect option on black base cows or Herefords. Blacks with a touch of exotic muscle, growth, and milk. All you really need to sire those market-topping blacks. Our Hereford bulls are broad-topped, deep-sided bulls packed full of natural thickness on moderate frames. Trouble-free, you bet. Our Herefords have been selected for years for good udders you never have to touch because you don't have the time and you don't need the hassle. Use our Hereford bulls to add the good Hereford traits your dad took for granted. Deep, thick hair coats, easy keeping that'll get by without the barley bin, and dispositions that make cows a pleasure to handle, not an ordeal. Our H2 bulls are a Hereford Fleckvieh 2-breed composite. Real beef makers, loaded maternally, but bred to simplify and sustain the Hereford Simmental influence in our customers' herd. Our Charolais bulls are thick bulls, but they're still smooth bulls. The bulls have rapid early growth, which you all need, but our 2-year-olds will not get too big. We deliver what you ask for, lots of hair so you can sell those deep-coated, good doing tan calves that top the market. Good dispositions because we've all got families that help. Unquestionable soundness because some other Charolais don't last. We offer 8 different bull lines. All are volume produced, available in large numbers, uniform quality, and at a reasonable price. We offer an unconditional bull warranty, comprehensive performance data, free delivery, $125 bull development, and a sight unseen purchase plan. Our sale features 400 of the best darn bulls you're going to find all spring. 70 Red Angus, 70 Red Super Baldies, 65 Black Super Baldies, 85 Black Angus, 50 Hereford and H2s, 35 Super Guppies, and 40 Sharps. We'd love to have you come to the sale Saturday, January 30th at the exhibition grounds in Lloydminster. Sale starts at 12 noon. So I've been asked a lot of times, how will we deal with the COVID issues? Well, we're going to do our very best to stage as near normal a bull sale as we possibly can, abiding by all the COVID protocols. The lucky thing is we have 2 great big buildings, about 1.5 acres under roof, plus ample outdoor space. So we're going to be able to socially distance everybody, both in the cattle penning areas and the other areas, the sale ring, everything that we need at the exhibition. For those customers that can get to the ranch and have a good look at the bulls beforehand, that's just ideal. The bulls are ready, they look great, and they await your visit. We've been at this for nearly 50 years, and we've developed 8 different bull lines over time that just simply make more money for our customers. Our cattle kind of walk what we talk. They just deliver the goods out on the ranches across Canada everywhere. You know, we consider ourselves Canada's bull supplier, and these are Canada's bulls. So now we're going to take time and have a good look at them all breed by breed. Okay, the first pen we're going to get to look at here this morning are the first pen of our Red Angus summer 2-year-old bulls. This has kind of been our flagship breed over all the years. We in fact were one of Canada's pioneer Red Angus breeders starting in the 60s. And over time we've developed these bulls. This pen of bulls are probably the youngest pen of bulls we're going to look at. You know, lots of July-born bulls in here, first week in July. Lots of June-born bulls. These bulls will slow down a little bit here and let us have a good look at them. But I think, you know, as I've always said, you know, when you're looking at our bulls, you need to appreciate the fact that they're deep and thick and powerful, moderate framed with lots of muscle. This bull that just went by is 2270. Of course, he's one of my favorites. Cow's 14 years old. She had him when she's 12 or 13, and she's still here. We'll swing these bulls around and let you have a good look at them. These bulls, again, our whole management at the ranch is to grass calve these cattle with minimal attention. The birth weights on these bulls, in this pen particularly, you're going to find 60s right into the 70s. The biggest bulls will be just 80 pounds or a bit more. Okay, as we move these younger bulls around and get one final look at them, I think before we move them out, we're going to look at 3 pens of these great Red Angus bulls this morning. There goes pen 1, Red Angus Summer 2s. And here comes our second group of Red Angus bulls. These are just getting a touch older now, but again, still May and June born bulls here. Again, not a lot of sires represented, probably 3, and a lot of them are half brothers. We certainly use a lot of our own bulls that we produce here on the ranch because we know what their mama was, and that's one of the reasons we like to use our own. But we're going to swing these bulls around and let you try and see a few individual bulls if we can this morning. Again, a little bit difficult in the scenario. We run these bulls in and not something we really want to do. We want to just give you an impression of the quality that's here. So, you know, we've always kept our birth weights really, really moderate on our Angus bulls. Many Angus bulls from our production go to breed heifers. And, you know, we've kept the birth weights light, like in the 70s and 80s, but still been able to breed this much middle and thickness into these cattle. And that's something that the industry really appreciates. So we'll walk these bulls by us a few more times. Lots of half brothers in this group. And again, out of our, like most of this group, will be out of our second and third calvers. The young cows get used in the purebred program. And there goes pen 2, Red Angus Summer 2s. Now this is the last pen of these powerful summer 2-year-old Red Angus bulls we're going to look at coming here. I think you need to appreciate how broad-topped and thick-made these bulls are. You know, these bulls came off grass the end of October. You know, they were on our pellet supplement for the last while, but look at the power and the thickness in these bulls. They've got lots of condition on them. Now, just as they stop and turn here, this powerful bull is probably 3 generations MC Quantock breeding. You know, thickness and power in them. These bulls will slowly go by us here. Again, just the uniformity is very impressive, you know. I might be a little pen blind, but I can look at my bulls all day. This bull is a Tootsie Roll son, 4 generations of our breeding. Lots of power in them. Bulls will maybe stop. We might get a chance to look at a few more individual bulls. Again, another powerful bull. This is actually a July bull, but he's in the big pen because of his frame and performance. we'll slowly move them by and let you evaluate them. Again, you know, our Angus and our Red Angus in particular are kind of the breed we have the most of. We use those red cows back and forth in our hybrid program and our purebred program. So here's pen 3, Red Angus Summer 2. Okay, I want to visit with you for a minute about our popular Sight Unseen program. I expect more folks will use it this year with COVID. You know, we've done this for years. We will sell 30 to 40% of our bulls to satisfied customers across Canada. We start out by visiting with you, discussing your requirements, and you and I will talk through bull choices. Once you've had a chance to look at the catalog, the photos, and the DVD together, we will make a short list of bulls that we would consider for your order within your budget. Sale time comes, we sell our bulls from the best bulls to the lesser bulls within each breed. So we're always trying to buy the best bull we can for our customer. If we miss on the first choice, we'll move to the second and so on. But we will absolutely never bid on or buy a bull that you and I haven't carefully pre-selected as being suitable. Now, the important part of this program is after the sale, when we deliver the bull, you have to be completely satisfied when you see him at your location, on your ranch, and that's when you pay for him. As I said, we will absolutely never exceed your budget. In most cases, we will deliver bulls under budget. Most important, we don't want you to pay for the bull until you have actually seen him yourself and you're satisfied. And as we're putting together all these lists of pre-selected bulls for your order, we can shoot you individual pictures of certain bulls. We can do whatever it takes to tune your order to the right bulls for your ranch. Now we'd like to show you some of our good hybrid bulls. This is a very important part of our program. We devote over 500 cows to this program, and we source the best Fleckvieh, Simmental, and Gelbvieh bulls that money can buy to create the good ones. You know, this is in contrast to some hybrid bulls you'll find around the country that are a byproduct of a purebred breeder's program. They're not what he really is interested in doing. We are one of Canada's biggest purebred bull producers, but we're by far the largest hybrid bull producer in the nation. So now we'll have a look at some of these great hybrid bulls. So here's the first line of our great hybrid program we're going to look at. These are the longest running hybrid bulls we've sold. These are our powerful red Super Baldy bulls. These bulls are produced from our purebred Red Angus cows and the best Fleckvieh Simmental bulls money can buy. And these bulls are almost uniformly dark colored power bulls. You know, we tell people this is the perfect blend. You can spend a lifetime trying to use one breed and then the other, or you can just use these bulls and put the perfect blend of Red Angus and Simmental in your herd in one shot. So these bulls are grass calved out of our Angus cows. Birth weights are in the convenience zone. You know, I mean, the big bulls here are just over 90 pounds. Most of the bulls are in the 80s. They all got hair coat. They all got dark color. You know, we'd love to have a little strip on all their faces, but you get a lot of star-faced and some solid red bulls as well. But these bulls have all the beef-making characteristics. You know, the day they're born, they look like a Red Angus. They're no heavier. But when those bulls get to be 3 weeks to a month old, you can see that they have all that power and thickness over their top. And we'll swing these bulls around and just let you admire them. You know, the hybrid bull thing is a big part of our production. We actually devote 500 cows to the production of hybrid bulls. So it's not a byproduct. It's not something we do with the bottom end cows. Like lots of times we'll move these red cows that have had really power red bulls as they get a little older. We'll move them into the hybrid program. So you are getting our best genetics here, and certainly on the sire side, most of the Fleckvieh sires we bought, you know, have cost anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. So we buy the very, very good ones to make the very, very good ones. This is one of my favorite bulls. He's just got all the bells and whistles that this program is famous for. You know, we produce more hybrid bulls than anyone in the country. We've done it longer than anyone in the country and with greater success. These bulls sell to about a 75% repeat customer base year after year, as you know, real sharp, astute cattlemen use these bulls to go down the road. Got all the British convenience, got that little touch of Simmental muscle and milk. So there's the first pen, Red Baldy Summer 2. Hey, and here comes pen 2 of our Red Baldy hybrid bulls. These bulls are enjoying themselves this morning. Kind of like a field trip for these bulls. They don't get out of their bull lots very often, but again, these are May, June born bulls, and you need to admire the thickness and the pay weight and the power these bulls have. They have what we call bold hybrid performance, and it's passed on very reliably to the calves that will be born on your ranch. So just watch these bulls swing around. This is 2465 in the foreground, really strong bull. We're going to just let these bulls go by us and let them slow up a little bit. You know, hair coat is important. The fleck bulls we use are dark colored, hairy, low set, not big frame, but tremendously heavy bull. And, you know, we don't spare any amount of money to get the good ones bought. So we're going to swing these bulls around again. You know, they've got Angus convenience, but they've just got that little bit more muscle, pay weight, and power. You take these bulls out, put them on British cows, you get quarter blood cattle. It just really work. If your program uses a little higher percentage Simmental, these bulls will sustain the 50-50 percentage for you. And you know, the neat thing is, when we started this over 20 some years ago, everyone said, oh yeah, it'll be a flash in the pan, it'll never work. Well, I'll tell you, and we've been at it a long time. We've had customers come in the yard and look at these bulls and say, these bulls are every bit as uniform as the purebred bulls, and they are. You know, some people will have a kick on hybrid bulls. They'll say, oh, they're not uniform, or they're not this. Well, you take a look here. These are powerful red Baldy hybrid bulls. Well, it's pretty cold here in Alberta this morning, probably our coldest day of the year. It's minus 23 on video day, but that's good. It'll help keep the liberals out. But all kidding aside, let's just get a look at some good bulls. Okay, here comes the black division. These are purebred Black Angus summer 2-year-old bulls, pen 1. We're going to look at 3 pens. Again, we're starting out with one of the younger pens here. These bulls will come roaring out of the mist here in a minute. As I say, it's minus 23 with a little bit of wind this morning in Alberta, so I just think these cattle look really good when they're blowing a little frost out their nose and got frost on their back. It's all part of how we raise them in this part of the world. So these bulls are kind of taking their time now coming in, but again, a number of our sires represented here. Our black program was started a little after our red program, but our black program has certainly gone gangbusters and certainly caught up to our red program. We run as many black cattle on the ranch now as we run red cattle. We use a lot of black cattle in the black hybrid production now, just like the red side. But we produce and sell generally about 100 black bulls a year, counting a few private sale bulls, and about 90 or 85 in the sale. There's a black bull eating straw. That shows you how resourceful they are. Anyway, we're going to swing these bulls around and let you again admire the thickness and power in them. It doesn't matter what line of cattle we have. We try to make them all look much the same. These bulls are moderate, they're thick, they're big bodied, and our cow herd is the same. Like our cows they're not huge cows. Like the only time we'd ever weigh them is when we send them to town as they're worn out, and the biggest cows will weigh around 13. These bulls are grass calved with minimal attention. Birth weights again on these bulls lots and lots of bulls in the 70s, some bulls in the 80s, and the few bigger bulls. We might have the odd bull just nudging 90 pounds. And you know, we, again, just like our Red Angus bulls, we've been able to put this much pay weight and power in these bulls and keep all the convenience of Angus. You know, there was a time when Angus got, you know, too big, too leggy. When we got in the business, we decided that these cattle were going to fit the mold of all the other lines we produce. So that's Pen 1, Black Angus Summer 2s. Okay, here's Pen 2, Black Angus Summer 2-year-old bulls. Again, this is kind of the mid-range group. These bulls are enjoying their outing this morning. I think we'll just let you have a good look as we let these bulls kind of walk around and get used to the pen. I mean, look at the pay weight and power here. You know, boy, as I said, I love looking at my own bulls, but these bulls are really, really powerful, really, really uniform, really attractive, big-bodied, powerful bulls. Mothers look the same. Again, a lot of these bulls, as a matter of fact, the vast majority of these bulls are produced by and sired by bulls that were bred right here on the ranch. And we love to use bulls that we produced because we know what's behind them. And our job is to raise cattle that go out and work for our customers. So we need to know that there are no skeletons in the closet. And so when there are 3 generations of ours, we know what we're doing. Now this is a powerful bull. This is 5498. Just love the girth and middle and thickness that bull has. We talk about all the good old-time Angus traits, and you know, when I was young, I remember Angus cattle were thought to be really thick and middly and probably weren't big enough in those days, but they were thick and easy fleshing. So we've made them bigger, we've made them more powerful, but we've kept that fleshing ability in them so they can go out and work in your cow herds. Lots of bulls in all these black pens that are, you know, bulls that could be used on heifers for the birth weight. So that's Pen 2, Black Angus Summer 2-year-old bulls. Okay, this is the last pen of powerful black bulls we're going to look at here this morning. Black Angus Summer 2-year-olds, Pen 3. A lot of pay weight and power here. Lots of Black Angus cow bulls in this group. Still some Black Angus heifer bulls here, but you know, they got light birth and they still got the power and performance. So, you know, it's going to be very hard to pick a few black bulls out of there that you really like because they're so uniform. And that's the remarks we get from customers that visit the ranch. They say, "God Almighty, you know, how do I pick one?" And that's because of the genetics. I mean, they are bred uniformly and you know, made to from a phenotype standpoint, we want them all to be broad-topped, thick, deep, and moderate, and that's just what these bulls are. These bulls came off grass at the end of October when the surface water froze. They had been on our bull development program and then came to our lots, have just been on feed now. This is the 1st of December, so kind of throughout the month in November. And you know, these bulls just gather up performance in the blink of an eye because that's the kind of cattle they are. You know, they will definitely feed well, gain a lot of weight cheaply and quickly. And you know, as I say, the cows are much the same. They're the kind of cows that look after themselves, that, you know, they look after you, you don't have to look after them. Here's pay weight and power. This is one of my favorite bulls. And we're going to walk them by. I'd like you to admire the depth and the power. Lots of bulls in here, pretty closely related. They're by a bull called Double Deep, and then 2 of Double Deep's sons, as well as a new bull we're using we call Little Brave that has really done a tremendous job with very minimal birth. Got some of the powerful lime green tags in here that, you know, when you come to look at them sale day, you'll really love them. So there's Pen 3, Black Angus Summer 2s. I always tell our customers that it's important to remember that in a world of increasing technology, the beauty of a cow is that she is a low-tech machine. She hates diesel fuel, technology, and expensive feed. She harvests grass, she stores solar energy, and she turns it all into high-quality protein. So now let's look at some more high-quality bulls. So here's another pen of our great hybrid bulls. These are our black Super Baldies Summer 2s, pen 1. I'll just get them run in here and let you have a good look at them. Again, they're just like the red Baldies. We haven't been at the black side of the hybrid program quite as long, but we devote as many black cows to it now as we do red cows. And as I said before, there's 500 cows on this ranch that are designated and used to produce hybrid bulls. So it's a huge part of our program. We spend a lot of time and money to do it right, and we are obviously the country's biggest and longest and most successful hybrid bull producer. And there's one reason for that, and that's because they just work. We sell these bulls to customers because they want a little more punch than a straight British animal, but they still want all the convenience that British breed cattle bring to the table. And these hybrid bulls will just do that. I mean, the birth weights are consistent. The weaning weights are strong. The maternal side is strong. You get calves, feeder calves to sell that have the muscle and the pay weight. And, the best-selling black feeder calves are the ones that got a little something else in them. The ones that when you sit in the auction mart, you can see they got the hair in the top and just a little more power than straight Angus. And that's what these bulls will deliver. We don't have this year any of our popular yearling black Baldy bulls. Just have upped our 2-year-old numbers somewhat. We produce yearling bulls for quite a while, and now we've moved to all older bulls on the whole program. So we'll turn these bulls around. This is the youngest pen we're going to look at of these black Baldy bulls. They're strip-faced, they're star-faced, they're solid black. Some of these bulls are double black. We use, on the black side, we use some homozygous black, strip-faced, purebred Simmental bulls to produce some of these bulls, which are double black. So black on both sides. The rest are fleck produced, and some customers want them both ways, so we'll swing them around here. Let you have a look at have a good look at them. These black bulls, have been really successful in recent years. Sometimes, having the highest average of the sale. So customers love them and use them. A lot of them get used on black Baldy cows and black cows just to add a little touch of exotic muscle. So there's pen 1. Black Baldy Summer 2s. And here's the second and last pen of black Baldy bulls we're going to look at here this morning. This is a little bit older, but still only bulls born. First bulls came 10th of May. So, man, look at the power here. And, that's the thing that makes these bulls popular is they're not old 2-year-olds. These are fresh virgin 2s. They're born in May and June. They're born on grass. I can honestly say that we would never see hardly a calf born in our management program. We check or ride these cattle once a day to get them tagged, get accurate birth weights on them. But the cows do the rest. And, I've always told people that calving is what our cows do. It's not what we do. And that's how we run these cattle. We'll calve them sometimes quite far from home, and so we don't get there as often as we should. But the cows do it. Our calf death percentage is very, very low. So these bulls used, people use them on red white-faced cows, on Hereford cows to get black Baldy calves that just got that little bit extra. And even if you're using one of these bulls that's solid black, you're very likely to get some star-faced and strip-faced calves because the color markings on the head are not really heritable, kind of a more lowly heritable trait. So just admire the punch and performance that these bulls have. You know, if you're using straight black bulls, that's great. They work in lots of situations, but these bulls will just add that touch of exotic muscle. As I said, on the red side, give you quarter blood calves on British cows, or if you want to stay half and half, these bulls will walk down the middle of the road gathering up all the profit from both sides. So these are black Baldies, summer 2s, pen 2. I want to spend a minute just to talk about how our bulls are developed, because ours are a little different. We develop bulls a little different than most folks. We calve our cows from mid-May till the first week in July. All our calving is done on grass with minimal attention. No calving barns or cameras here. So the bulls are born, they get tagged and weighed, and we ride them once a day. Come to fall, the bulls are weaned in November. Those bulls are weaned and wintered in big groups on a silage-based ration. And by spring, the bulls are well grown out, but they're not fleshy. They're just in perfect condition to take advantage of our grass. At that point, we sort them into groups of 30 to 50 bulls, and those are the groups they'll be with right through till sale time. The bulls are then moved in late May or early June to our management-intensive grazing paddocks, where those bulls are moved every other day all summer long. The bulls get fresh grass every other day. The pasture then is good all summer. Those bulls can gain weight really well, and they get quite accustomed to men on foot, moving them every day. We supply our water with solar systems or surface piped fresh water. As the summer progresses, the bulls are supplemented with a low energy, high protein pellet, which is made to our specifications. It's built out of pea and lentil hulls. It's got a mineral vitamin pack in it. It's just to help develop these bulls and bring them along properly. The nutrient constituent of that pellet is about like good alfalfa hay. So when fall comes and the surface water freezes in late October, we bring the bulls to our bull lots, and the bulls then go on what we call our TMR ration, which is a total mixed ration based on silage. And the great advantage of that ration is that every mouthful that the bull takes, he gets the right blend of all the nutrients he needs. He can't just binge on grain and not eat enough roughage. So it is the perfect way to raise these bulls. We don't feed any barley or coarse grain. Even in our TMR ration, our bulls are on our bull development pellet. We believe these summer-born bulls are just the ideal age, and we develop these bulls to maintain their soundness and longevity over time. All our rations and protocols have been developed over years of experience to bring you the most durable bulls possible. It's important to remember that our bulls are all fresh virgin 2s. They're 2 to 3 months younger than most 2-year-olds you'll find, and they're not picked over and leased out last year. These are the real deal. So let's have a look at some more good bulls. Okay, and now we're going to look at another line of our great hybrid cattle here. These are our H2 cattle produced using our Hereford cows and the best flex Simmental bulls, again, that we can find. We're going to run these bulls in. You know, we use the majority of our Hereford cattle now in this production program just because these bulls work so well. You know, we sold them to so many customers that come back and buy more. Look at the meat and the power and the performance. We had a customer in the yard the other day that said, "Man, you pour Ivomec on that bull's back, it'd never run off." So these bulls, you know, again, May, June born 2s. Try to get as much pigment as we can in these bulls. You know, a lot of these bulls now get used on black cows, and the great thing there is the only Simmental bulls we use are non-diluters. So you can freely put these bulls on black cows, knowing full well you will never get a gray calf. Here's a powerful bull, not a great picture of him, but he's soggy and thick and hairy and pigmented and all the things that make these bulls popular. Another great bull here coming across, so we'll just let these bulls walk by. And we don't sell as many H2 bulls as we do the red and black Baldy hybrid bulls, but man, they're powerful bulls. There's pen 1 H2s. And here comes pen 2 H2 summer 2-year-old bulls. And we'll try to get them run in here and let you have a look at them. They say pigment is important. We do have customers, and when we started this program, we did it because Hereford Simmental cattle in our country at that time were very popular and still are on the female side. And we had customers that wanted to just use these half-blood bulls and take them down the road and keep it half and half and not have to use the full-blood semi-bulls and get 3/4, and then those cows are too big. And so these bulls will just go down the middle of the road and do it all. And so we try to get as much pigment as we can, obviously to look after the eye problems and that sort of thing. And again, really dark color. And here's one of the good bulls in the bunch, and he's lost his tail, but my dad used to tell me they won't waste time swatting flies. We'll swing these bulls around. Again, in modern times, a lot of these bulls will go on black cows. So there's pen 2 summer 2-year-old H2s. Okay, we're going to look at just a very small group of our Hereford bulls this year. Our Hereford numbers are very minimal this year. We in fact bred all our Hereford heifers to red Angus bulls, and in this particular year, and we also used more and more Hereford cows on the hybrid production side. So, as I say, our Hereford bulls they're decidedly different than most Herefords you're going to find around the country. They're not as big. I mean, they're smaller framed, but they don't weigh any less. They're just thick and meaty and low set and hairy. Certainly got all the characteristics that Herefords used to be famous for, but over time, kind of forgot. And today, in this world, we got a lot of Hereford cattle that are too big and too extreme, and cows get too big. And I tell people that Herefords are the new crossing machines, because so many cowherds now are unrelated to Hereford. People can take these good Hereford bulls, put them in those crossbreeding programs, and they will work really, really well. And there goes the Hereford bulls, the ones we started with in '51. So I hope you're all enjoying our look at all our different bull lines this morning. And we really encourage everyone to come to the ranch and have a good look. And all the bulls are here. They look great, and they're awaiting your inspection. We certainly expect more people this year to be at the ranch with COVID before sale time. But if you can't make it, stick with us. We're going to show you some more. Okay, and this is the last group of our hybrid bulls we're going to look at here today. These are what we call our super guppy bulls. The rest of the industry now calls them balancers, but I tell people, call them what you like. We've been making them for 25 years. These bulls are produced from our purebred red Angus and black Angus cows, and the best Gelbvieh bulls and purebred Gelbvieh bulls that money can buy. We really try on this hybrid program to get the hair coat, which Gelbvieh aren't really known for. But Gelbvieh cattle add early sexual maturity, fertility, and a lot of good things. And I tell people these are the best kept secret of all our hybrid lines. We've got some customers that use these bulls and just swear by them, and they are a personal favorite of mine. I love the Gelbvieh cattle. We've kept some of these heifers. They are phenomenal cows. We'll let these guys go by you here. I want to apologize for a bit of hair loss on these. It's been a huge problem in the last number of years for all bull producers and all cattlemen to keep the hair on these cattle in the wintertime, as the Ivomec loses its effectiveness. Well, here's one of my favorite guppy bulls. Boy, power and meat and middle in them, and a birth weight that was in the 80s. And so that's the kind of thing that we're after in all these hybrid lines. Customers love to use these Gelbviehs to create their females. They got muscle, they got hair, They got really strong maternal characteristics. They're all, you know, all nice and smooth polled bulls, and we're gonna just let them swing by you here. Have a good look there. Had a pretty good run up to the lot here this morning, so they're. And again, I apologize for this bit of hair loss. They've been treated for the second time, so we should have it sorted out by sale time. Here's a really powerful bull. I mean, look at the girth in the middle. I mean, can you imagine the feeder calves by that bull? So there's our Super Guppy Summer 2. Okay, and we're into the last breed we're going to look at this morning. These are pen 1 of our Charolais Summer 2-year-old bulls. This is my son Cody's project, and these bulls are managed and run here just at the home ranch. Cows just handled with all the other cows on the ranch. We're going to let these bulls come by us here. Selection priorities on the Charolais cattle are to keep them convenient. You know, the Charolais calf premium cannot be ignored, so more and more people are using them. And you know, we are ramping up our bull numbers in this line as time goes along. We treat these cattle just like we treat our British breed cattle. I mean, these cows got to chew corn stalks in the winter. They got to calve on their own on the grass. And in fact, this group of cows, we were short of grass at the home ranch the spring these guys were born, and we actually calved them 75 miles from home. And again, born starting the 10th of May, so fresh virgin 2s. And I tell Cody that you are for sure the only Charolais purebred breeder that calves his cows 75 miles from home. We do get there every day to get accurate birth weights and tag them and identify them, but really these Charolais cows do it on their own just like the rest of our cattle do. We want to keep them moderate. We want to keep the hair coat in them, and that's really hard on Charolais 2-year-old bulls. And there are a lot of bulls in here by a bull we affectionately call Hank, but he's Poundmaker 201Z in the catalog, and those bulls are just moderate and thick and hairy and really old-time Charolais genetics. So there's pen 1 Charolais Summer 2s. So here comes pen 2 Charolais Summer 2-year-old bulls. We'll let these bulls roll in here. Only the sires we use are all smooth polled bulls, trying for more and more homozygous bulls all the time, but do get a few scurs on some of these bulls sometimes. But again, what you'll pick up looking at these Charolais bulls is how moderate they are, how low set and how thick they are. Our birth weights are in the 90s, crowding into the low hundreds on some of these bulls. On the bulls we use on heifers, we'll try to get them in the 80s. But the reality is good Charolais cattle weigh around 100 pounds. And you can go places and see birth weights that are less, and quite often the cattle are a little less. So you want to keep them in the comfort zone, and that's where these bulls are. These bulls have quite a lot of hair coat on them. They're thick and meaty and low set, and got all the Charolais convenience. And customers are really taking advantage now of the Charolais premium, particularly on the heifer calves. I mean, the Charolais heifer calves won't get discounted like the other lines of cattle will. So these Charolais bulls are having a good time here this morning, but I'll let you have a good look as they walk by. Admire the hair coats on them. You're going to get those big tan calves. We have some customers that put these Charolais bulls on their black Baldy cows and get those good silver calves. They'll tell us when their calves hit the ring at the auction mart, there's a hush goes over the crowd. So anyway, there's the last pen of powerful Charolais Summer 2s. Well, our sale theme this year is inspired by our 4-year-old grandson Grayson, who, when he gets in a tough spot, always says, "Whew, that was a close one." Matter of fact, he's got the whole ranch saying that now. But the year 2020 really was a close one. But cattlemen have survived this COVID thing in pretty good shape, really. I think the world came to realize pretty quickly what was important. Cowmen and farmers and store clerks and truckers and basic healthcare workers, and no one thought very much about the climate crisis and vegan diets or any of the stuff that we probably shouldn't have been thinking about anyway. People were just damn glad that the food was on the shelf when they went to buy it. You know, as we were all locked down for the COVID crisis and everyone thought they were really enduring a hardship, my daughter Robin said to me, "You know, Dad, all we've really got to do is sit on the couch on our butts." 2 generations ago, people our age had to go to war. So, you know, our sacrifices are really pretty minor. And the slowdown caused me to think about our parents and grandparents, and Pat and I ranch on parts of both original homesteads established in the 1900s. And when you think about the courage and the grit and the tenacity it took those people to come here and build a farm out of nothing in a different country, makes our little bit of sacrifice for COVID seem like not much at all. When COVID hit and everyone's starting to rethink their lives, and makes you realize how lucky we are to live where we are, to be in the business we're in, and to have the people around us that we have around us. You know, compared to a lot of businesses, we're surviving this pretty good. And the great thing, I think, is that people have a newfound respect for where their food comes from, and let's hope they keep it, and let's hope they appreciate us a little more down the road. Well, that concludes our look at our 2021 sale offering. I'd like to invite you to our big bull sale, Saturday, January 30th at 12 noon at the exhibition grounds in Lloydminster. Our sale is old school. We put them through the ring one at a time. It's not dinner and a picture show like some sales you go to. So, with that said, I'd like to thank you all for your time, and we'll see you at the sale.